morning, everyone. I'll start in a few minutes, but I want to make sure that all of my different apparatuses work. Earbuds, music. I'm April, and today's class is about mobility, restoration, breath, and meditation. We'll be together for about 50 or 60 minutes or so. I want to make sure you have a pillow for today's practice. A bed pillow or a decorative couch pillow will be fine. And we'll get started in just a moment. Our start time is at 9 a.m. and we have about 1 minute, and I want to give everyone an opportunity to join. Good morning, Julie. Good to see you. Salvador, namaste. Good morning. So you'll need a bed pillow or a decorative couch pillow. I'm testing this out. Can you hear the music? Give me a comment if you hear the music. I've never added music to my Facebook Lives before. No one's saying anything. Maybe you can't hear the music. Can you hear the music? Test, test, comment, thumbs up, anything? Yes, you can. Okay, and the audio is good. All right, cool. I'll just let it play. All right. So we'll use our pillow first just to sit on. And unfortunately, from this distance, I won't be able to see any comments you make. So hopefully all is good. Before I start, I see one more. I'll double check to make sure the sound is good. It's my first time adding music. Awesome. Okay, we're all good. So you use your pillow to sit on to start. I'll lock the door so I don't get any interruptions. And just sit cross-legged, or you can even sit in a chair. If you have a hard time sitting on the floor, just sit in a chair. Put your hands on your knees and just drop your chin to your chest for a moment. Lift your chest up towards your chin and just take a few breaths here. And as you breathe, just focus your mind on the different sounds around you, whether it's the sound of the wind through the trees, the mantras playing in the music, the sound of your breath. Shut everything out other than the feelings you're experiencing right now in your body. Feel your abdomen swell when you breathe. Feel your rib cage expand when you breathe. Raise your head. Now rub your palms together and develop some heat in the palm of your hands. Deep breath in. Now take your hands around your neck, grab some flesh, and turn your head as you grab. So reach around your neck with your right hand, and turn your head to the right as you pull. And you can practice this with a firm pressure or a light pressure. Reach around the back, grab the opposite side of your neck, and turn and drag your hand. And now do that from the front. Take your left hand and reach around your neck, grab some flesh, turn your head. Now as you do this, you're stimulating the flow of lymph from the neck down towards the heart. You're also down-regulating your nervous system by stimulating the vagus nerve. Rest and digest. Now stroke from the front of the neck all the way down. It's very calming and satisfying movements. And now take your hand and grab your trapezius. So it looks like this. Grab flesh and pull. Just grab flesh and pull. Give yourself that massage you wish someone else would. And while you do that, take some deep breaths. It's a deeply restorative movement. You can even turn your head towards the hand you're pulling. So as you pull forward with the right hand, turn your head to the right. And you're not dropping your head towards the floor. Stay forward with your gaze. And just turn your head. Keep your head up. And then release. Notice how that feels. And know that it's within your power to do this for yourself anytime you like. Bring your fingers to your shoulders and make big circles with your elbows. Perhaps your elbows will touch. Can you deepen your breath? And remember, you can do this whole series sitting on the floor or in a chair. You can do it standing up as well. Switch directions. Perhaps you can get your elbows to touch in front. Feel your chest open in front of your shoulders. Creating more mobility through the shoulders and upper back. Now bring the elbows together, and I want you to round your body forward. Exhale. Inhale, open your elbows and arch your back and look up. It's like a little rainbow arc with your elbows. Exhale, round your back. Inhale, elbows up and open your chest. So the elbows come down. It's up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more time. Bring your arms to your side. Right arm down or left arm down. I might be mirroring, so it just doesn't matter if you're right or left. When I look at my image, I'm mirrored. So just put one arm down and reach overhead with the other. Side bending. Can you exhale? Inhale as you come up. Exhale, side bend. Inhale up. Exhale. Breathe in. Take in more breath than you think you can and keep going. Now come up and switch your legs around. And continue your side bend. Exhale, side bend. Inhale all the way up. Exhale. Exhale. And notice what this feels like on your hips and your spine. We don't do enough side bending through the day, and we're going to do some twists next. And twisting is also something that our spine needs on a daily basis. Now come on up. Put your right hand behind your back, left hand on the right knee. Now take a breath in. Notice I'm facing forward now. And as you exhale, just twist and turn your head to look over your right shoulder. You may not be able to twist far, so don't push it. Inhale, come all the way through the center. And exhale, rotate. Inhale all the way through the center. Exhale, rotate. Feel the belly swell when you breathe in. Feel the rib cage move. Come to the center and switch your legs around. Breathe in. Exhale, twist to the left. And inhale through the center. Exhale, twist. Keep going. Start to feel a rhythm with your breath and your movement. No pushing. Your asana practice does not need to be difficult to be beneficial, but sometimes you need to challenge yourself a little, and you need to know your body enough to know your edge, when to keep going and when to rest. Now come to the center. Pause and breathe. Put your hands on your belly button. Inhale, feel the abdomen swell. Exhale, draw it in. Now challenge your inhale a bit. Inhale. Hold the breath. Now sniff in a little bit more air, and a little bit more, and a little bit more. And then exhale, pull the belly in. Again, inhale. Pause, take in a little more air. A little more. And a little more. Exhale completely. Again, breathe in. Pause. Take in a little more. A little more. A little more. Fill your whole chest cavity. Fill up. And then exhale. One more time before we move on. Breathe in. A little more. A little more. Oh yes, a little bit more. And then exhale. Belly in. Now come onto your hands and knees. You can move your pillow out of the way. So spread your fingers wide. You're on your knees, knees under your hips, wrists under your shoulders. If your wrists bother you, move your hands forward a little so you lessen the angle at your wrist. And you can also come onto your fist with your thumbs forward. So whatever you choose, you'll inhale for cat stretch, tail lifts. And then exhale, tuck your tail and round your back. Inhale, tail lifts, eyes forward. Exhale, tuck it back. And all I want you to notice is how your spine feels when you do this. And can you coordinate your movements with your breathing? Inhaling as you gaze forward, lifting your tail. Exhale, round your back, eye gaze towards your thighs. Now add a movement for your hip mobility and core strength. Keep your hands exactly where they are. You'll breathe in and exhale, round your spine, and step your left foot to the outside of your left hand. And then bring that knee down. Now, and we'll alternate sides. So inhale, exhale, right foot to right pinky. Inhale, step that foot back. Exhale. Inhale, foot back, tail lifts. Exhale. Now, I'm going to pause here. When you step your foot forward, you may want to lift your hand, but the challenge is to not lift your hand. So that means some of you may step your foot halfway. And if you lift your hand, you can go all the way. But I want you to leave your hand where it is and just let your foot land where it lands. So we'll do it together. Exhale, left foot to left hand. Inhale. Right foot. Inhale. Left. Right. Perhaps when you step forward, look at your hands. When your foot goes back, look forward. So try not to move your hands at all. Now step your left foot forward and leave it there. So your foot is next to your pinky finger, and then bend your elbows and let your head drop. You've moved nothing else. For some of you, you may be able to get your elbows to the floor. It's not a big deal. You just go where your body goes. If you need support, you can put the pillow there and rest your elbows on the pillow. Let your head go and breathe here. Let your head hang, and perhaps you feel a stretch in the back of your neck. Deep breath in. Soften the jaw. Switch sides. Bring the right foot outside the right hand, and perhaps your elbows will bend towards the floor. You can set a pillow or a yoga block here. I'm just going to make an adjustment to the sound in a moment. You hold your position. Here we go. I had noise cancellation on, and I think that could possibly cause some distortion with the music, so I took that off. So put the hands down right beside that right foot. Your elbows can bend. Take some deep breaths. I love this stretch for the hips and the back. Now, one beauty about this is that you can do it as well on a chair. If you're standing and you put your foot on the chair. So it's a good one you can do if you take breaks at work, or if you're at a desk and you need to take a break but you don't want to get on the floor. You can stand in front of your chair and just put your foot on the chair and your hands on the seat of the chair. We'll do some chair variations next week. And then bring that foot back. And go back to our cat stretch. Inhale, tail lifts, eyes forward. Exhale as you round. We'll do one more like this. I'll come back to the center. Tuck your toes. Walk your hands forward about 2 inches. Grab the floor with your fingers. Feel like you're gripping the floor with your fingers. And lift your hips up in the air. Press your heels toward the earth. But first, before we even do that, rise to your tiptoes. Bend your knees. And use all of your upper body strength to press the floor away. And the sensation is that you're feeling like your torso is getting longer. And if it feels comfortable for you, reach your heels toward the floor. Now, if downward dog doesn't work for you this morning, just keep your knees down and breathe. Take another full breath here. Press the floor away. Now lower your knees to the floor and come down to your elbows. Interlace your fingers and just let your head drop. Press your elbows and your forearms down. You'll feel like your upper back is rounded a little bit. Pick your right leg up in the air. Point your toes and just lift the leg up and breathe. Bring your eye gaze now towards the floor. Steady breath in and out. Now release your hands and put your palms down. If that's not comfortable on your shoulders, then interlace your fingers once again. Bring your leg to the floor. Stretch your hands out forward. We'll repeat downward dog. Grab the yoga mat with your hands as if you could pick the mat up and throw it away. Tuck your toes, lift your hips, come onto your tiptoes and press your hips up towards the sky. And again, we're going for the sensation that your torso is getting longer, your spine is getting longer. And if you cannot breathe here, then put your knees down. Now lower your knees, come down to your elbows. Your wrist and your elbows form a straight line. Eye gaze to the floor, but if your neck hurts, just let your head drop. So there's a difference between feeling some fatigue in the back of the neck. That means the muscles are getting stronger. But if you feel pain, let the head drop. Raise your left leg up, the toes pointed. Use your buttock muscles and breathe. Steady breath in and out. If your neck is getting tired and it's too much, then lower your head, and when you're ready to gain strength again, to work on that strength again, then raise your head again and look at the floor. Lower the knee. Press up to your palms. Tuck your toes. Breathe in. Exhale, hips up. Stay on the balls of the feet on your tiptoes with your knees bent. And breathe here. Now press your left heel toward the floor for a moment. Take a breath in. Now switch. The left heel comes up and the right heel stretches toward the floor. Take a full breath in and out here. And then release, knees to the floor. Now point your toes back. Press your hips back to your heels. And perhaps you sit on your heels. If this feels too intense for your ankles at all, then you can come forward. You can just sit on your butt. Okay? Just sit on your butt. There's lots of different things you can do, but you'll need yoga props at home. So for example, if you have a yoga block, you could put the block between your ankles and sit on your block. But right now, just pause here, take a breath. And begin to shake your wrists out. Take your arms over your head and shake your hands. This is a really good way to stimulate the flow of lymphatic fluid, which is excellent for your immune system, as well as it's great for warming up the different fascia layers, the deep tissue layers within the body, superficial and deep. Come to your hands. Notice how warm your hands are. We'll do the same shaking in downward dog. So tuck your toes, lift your hips up, raise your right leg, and shake your right leg. Deep breath in. If you can't get into downward dog, you can use a chair and just put your hands on the seat of a very stable chair. And then put that right foot down. And then raise the left leg up. Deep breath in. Shake that left leg. Very invigorating. And then put that leg down. And then come down onto your knees again. For our chest and shoulders, what I want you to do is now take your right arm, reach it out to the side, and now scoop the right arm underneath your body. And you'll need to come down on your right shoulder, scoop the left hand outside the mat on the floor. Now press your right arm into the floor. Press your left hand into the floor. And you'll come into a bit of a spine twist and breathe here. Now perhaps you can challenge the inhale, just like we did sitting at the beginning of class. So inhale, take in a little bit more, and a little bit more, and then exhale through the mouth or the nose. We'll do a mouth exhale. Inhale through your nose, a little more, a little more, a little more. And then a relaxed mouth exhale. One more time. You're full. A little more. A little more. And an open mouth exhale. Now press down with your left hand to come up. And we'll go to the other side. I'm just going to turn around so you can see clearly what I'm doing. Move your right hand just off your yoga mat and take your left arm underneath you. The palm is up. You're laying on the side of your head, on the left side. And just take some full breaths here. This is a great stretch for improving spine rotation, deepening your breath. It's also great for your hips and your back. Let's work on that inhale again. Inhale to your fullest capacity, then sniff in a little more, and a little more, and a little more. Open mouth exhale. Do that twice more. Inhale to your fullest capacity. Then 3 little sniffs more there. Open mouth exhale. And then come on up. We'll do that downward dog with the legs shake again. Move your hands forward about 2 inches. Touch your toes. Remember, if you have a hard time doing downward dog on the floor, grab a chair and put your hands on the seat of a steady chair. Lift your hips up. Raise your right leg in the air and shake it vigorously. Take deep breaths in. Moving lymphatic fluid from the knees, the ankles, the groin towards the heart. Also stimulating and softening deep fascia layers. Ooh, deep and superficial. Bring the right leg down and the left leg up. And then bring that foot down. And now come to your knees. Keep your toes tucked so you're not pointing your toes back. And press your hips back towards your heels. You'll keep your hands on the floor to start. And move your hips from right to left, stretching the soles of your feet and at the toe joints. And if you're able to, you can stay here or walk your hands closer in, and maybe you can sit on your heels like this. Breathe. And let's go into a deep squat. Just press your heels down as close as you can. Open your knees. I'm just going to go to a diagonal. Open your knees and let your arms come inside your legs. The head drops. Press your hips and your heels toward the floor. Walk your hands forward. Steady breath. Now again, if this doesn't feel good for your knees, you can grab a chair, sit on the seat of a chair, open your legs, and just bend forward and reach for the floor. And next week we'll do a chair practice. And sometimes we think that a chair practice means it's always going to be super duper easy. But what it does is it gives you alternatives, and I'll give you easy alternatives and challenging alternatives. Stay here. Stay there for a few more breaths. I'm just going to check the comments in case anyone has questions. Stay in your squat and breathe. Beautiful. Now walk your hands back and have a seat. You'll get your pillow. Actually, we'll start off with the pillow right at your upper back, right across the upper back. So it would be around just the upper back. For women, it would be bra strap area. For men, if you wear a heart rate monitor, it would be heart rate monitor strap space. And lay your upper back over your pillow. Knees bent and feet flat on the floor. Now inhale, reach your arms over your head. Only as far as your hands will go without any shoulder pain. Exhale, the hips, the arms down. Continue. Breathe in, arms up. Exhale, arms down. Now we'll focus on that inhale again. So arms up overhead, breathe into your maximum capacity. When your arms are here, sniff in 3 more sniffs of air. And then exhale the arms down. You're strengthening your diaphragm, increasing your inhale capacity. Your capacity to take a deep breath. Now sniff in a little bit more air. Exhale through the mouth. Arms overhead. Inhale through your nose. Fill up, fill up. 3 more sniffs of air. And open mouth, exhale, arms down. One more time. Inhale fully. Taking a little more. And then exhale. And now we'll go back to our nose breath, but raise your right arm, turn onto your right side so the pillow is in the space between your armpit and your waist, and your rib cage is laying over the pillow. If you're able to, bring your left arm up over your head. If this hurts your shoulder, then keep your arm forward. Nose breathing, breathing it out through your nose. Aim to expand your rib cage into the pillow. And again. So we start off with simply a nose breath. And now let's strengthen our diaphragm, strengthen our capacity to inhale. So breathe in. Now sniff in 3 more sniffs of breath. And then exhale through the mouth. Again, through the nose. 3 more sniffs. Open mouth, exhale. One more time. And breathe through the mouth. Now bring this left arm down for a moment. Bring your knees up as close to the pillow, your chest, as you can. Keep your torso on the pillow as it is. And now take your left arm forward. Inhale and sweep your arm back. Roll back. Maybe your head touches the floor. And then exhale, come back to center. Reach forward. So see how I'm leaning forward? I have a wall behind me, so I'm going to scoot a little bit more forward. So lean, and then inhale, stretch back, roll across that pillow. Keep your knees together. And then exhale forward. You can even bring this arm forward. I think I'll do that so my head touches the floor and my earbud doesn't bump into my arm. So reach forward, keep your knees squeezing together. Inhale. Don't move this top leg. And exhale around. Reach. Inhale. Exhale. Open up. Inhale. Reach. And exhale. Reach back. Open. Keep your knees squeezing together. Don't move them. Inhale. And exhale. Open. One more time. And exhale. So you're rolling across that pillow. Ooh, it feels good. And come back to the center. Now I want you to lay on your back, and just so you can feel the difference you made, take the pillow out. And when you're on your back, straighten your legs for a moment and breathe. Close your eyes. And bring your awareness to the feeling of your upper back, your whole torso from your shoulders to your hips, and feel how they connect with the floor. And do you notice a difference between the right and the left? And the way they touch the floor? Maybe one side touches the floor more. When you take a deep breath, do you notice, does it feel like you can breathe more into one side of the ribs than the other? Does it feel like one side is expanding more to receive your breath, as if you could breathe more into the right or left lungs than the other? So now let's get even. Lay on your left side across the pillow. So when you lay on your left side, bring the pillow under the ribs on the left. And you can lay on top of your arm. Now again, if this doesn't feel good on your shoulders, just bring your arm forward. Okay? That's okay also. And that way you can put your head on the floor. You can even put a yoga block or another pillow underneath this head. You only have one. Underneath your head on this side. So I'm going to lay my arm and lay on my arm. This right arm, pull your knees in, and this right arm can come over your head, or it can just be on the floor in front of you. Now breathe and see if you can feel the left side of your ribs expanding into the pillow. Breathe through your nose. Nose breath only. So when you breathe, your left ribs are expanding and your diaphragm is coming down and pressing against the pillow as a form of resistance. I like to call this diaphragm push-ups. You're strengthening your diaphragm, strengthening your capacity to take a deep breath. Now let's do 3 rounds of the progressive inhale. Inhale through your nose. Sniff in 3 more little sniffs of air. Open mouth, exhale. And again, through the nose. Sniff in 3 more times. Open mouth. One more time. Open mouth. Now put your head on the floor or another pillow and reach your bottom arm forward. Pull your knees in. Keep the knees pinned together. When you twist, this leg wants to slide back and forth, but keep them in place. Don't let it move. So inhale, reach your right arm forward, and then come into a circle. Exhale whenever you're ready, and circle that arm back. Your hand may touch the floor, it may not, it doesn't matter. Reach forward, inhale. And exhale. In and out through your nose if you can. Inhale, reach up and back. We're doing 5 of these. Go slow. Breathe in. Now my fingertips trace the floor, but your your hand might be floating, and that's all okay. You move in the range of motion that works for your shoulder. Not in a place of pain. Reach forward. Inhale. And whenever you're ready, you exhale. We'll do one more. Now you'll take the pillow out for your test, lay on your back, knees bent, feet flat on the floor. And then you can straighten your legs. And notice, if you notice a difference in the way that your back feels in connection with the floor. And the depth of your breath. Draw your knees to your chest. Put your right foot flat on the floor, knee bent. Bring the left foot up and holding the ankle or the bottom of the foot, bring the knee towards the floor. It's okay if the hip tips. And then we'll switch. Left foot down, right foot up. Hold on to your ankle or hand across the bottom of your foot and bring that right knee towards the floor. And we'll alternate. So the left leg comes up, grab the ankle or foot, and pull that knee down. Right leg. And we're not going for any stretch goal or flexibility goals. Your knee might touch the floor, it might be up here. None of that matters. I just want you to move, breathe, connect with how your body feels right now. Now after this right leg, bring your feet to the floor. All 10 toes point forward. Bridge your hips up. Scoot your shoulders down. Stretch your arms over your head towards the floor. And just stay here and breathe. Squeeze your buttocks if you can. It doesn't matter how high up you lift. Press your feet down See if you can avoid turning your head here. And just breathe. Squeeze, can you lift a little higher? And then lower your hips to the floor. Lower your arms down. Separate your feet to the width of your mat. Stretch your arms out to the side. Lean your knees to the left. Take a breath in. Now stay here in this position. I'm just going to check the comments to see if there's any questions. But stay here with your knees leaning to the left. Beautiful. I'm glad you're all still here and practicing with me. Now take a breath in. Bring your knees up to the center. Exhale, knees drop over to the right. Now if it feels good on your neck, turn your head to the left. Let your knees lay heavy towards the floor. Inhale, knees to the center. Exhale, knees to the left. Now this time, focus on allowing your right knee to be heavy towards the floor. And see if you can start to feel a deeper stretch in the front of your right thigh and deep into your right hip as your right knee aims toward the floor. Your head turns to the right. Deep breath in. And out. Inhale the knees up, take your time, press your lower back towards the mat. Keep your feet wide apart. And then exhale the knees to the right, head turns to the left. Aim that left knee towards the floor, and you may feel a deep stretch into the left hip, across that left quadricep, the front of your thigh. Inhale, knees to the center. Straighten out your legs. Bring your arms to your side. And as you lie here with your palms up, separate your legs and drop the weight of your body into the earth. Becoming aware of the parts of your body that are in contact with the floor. Your hips, your heels, perhaps your calves, the back of your arms, your upper back, your head. Deep breath in. Make some circles with your ankles. Roll the legs in and out. Now bend your knees and roll to your side to sit up. Grab your pillow and sit on your pillow. And we'll practice a breathing exercise called a breathing meditation. We're on the breathing. I'm going to turn down the music so that we can practice together. And actually, I will make a music change to something I really like for this practice. And so just situate yourself. It'll just take a moment because I have a favorite track that I want to use for the Garanga breathing. I'm just kind of having fun with my ability to use various sounds and music here. So you can sit in a chair or on a cushion. And what you're going to do is you will inhale. The sound we're using, actually I'll back up. The sound we're saying is Gora Anga. I know that it can also be referred to as deep peace breathing. Gora Anga. So to deepen your meditation upon the sound, you'll inhale, hear the sound, say the sound, Gora Anga, within your mind, so you're deeply focused on it. And then on the exhale, speak it slow and loud with your voice. We'll go through several rounds and then we'll end with an Om. So take a deep breath in. Deep breath. Repeat it in your mind on the inhale. Gora Anga. Thank you so much for joining me. Namaste. I'm really appreciative of the opportunity to practice with you today and every Saturday. So join me next week. We'll be using the chair and doing some different practices using your chair. Some will be challenging, some will be easy, but I'll always give you options. And please join me every Saturday. And throughout when the new year comes, there'll be some Saturdays where I may not be able to make it, but there will still be an awesome practice here on Yoga Kirtan, Hawaii, every Saturday morning at 9. All right. Have a wonderful day. I don't know where you are in the world. Maybe it's your afternoon, maybe it's your night, but thank you.